Hey, what's going on, guys? How's it going, Snoodle? How's it going, House? Hopefully you're doing well today. I'm gonna keep plugging away at Outer Wilds. Outer Worlds, gosh, dang it. Outer Worlds 2. Ah, I think I've gotten that wrong like almost every time I've tried to say the name of the game. Outer Worlds 2. Let me hit play game. You know what? I got to go dig through my email. I'm like almost certain I have a bunch of games that I said, "Oh, send me a key for. I'd love to play it," that I completely forgot to play because things. Thank you for the comment, House. This is just a quickly done time lapse that I meant to finish and never did. The end of it, I moved the camera and forgot to edit it out. A and B. I think like a lap of the day is like an hour in game time or in real world time, and I don't think I quite recorded for an hour, so I don't think it actually loops 100%. At least the sky doesn't. Obviously, the people are on their own little trajectories, but.
DeVries said the grand plan made her do it, huh? Jeez, kinda preachy. Keep it in the monastery, lady.
I do wonder how many of these little starting screens they made. Let me continue where I left off. So we left off looking at the ship that crashed into Westport. I was trying to find a way over there. I guess they really don't want you to go over there, do they?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a big wall there. Toppled the statue. It's interesting they made the statue a separate piece that could move like in game, not as a developer, but like why is it not attached to the base fully, you know? Oh, there's got to be a way to get over there, isn't there? I'm breaking my fucking legs trying to do this, though. What, can I not climb on these? No, they're just not collision. Damn. How long do you think they spent bug testing to try and make sure you can't climb across this gap to get back into the city? I don't know, it just makes me want to do it even more, that they don't want you to be over there. Oh well. Alright, let's go back into town. Back into I think it's instant death too. Region map. I never went down here. Should I go down here? All right, let's go down there since it seems like we may be finishing up on this world soon. There's a whole mansion out there or something, huh? This was the guy looking for, oh, what was it? Viable parts? Or did he go back to, maybe he went back to the town. There's a whole town over there I never went to. What the hell? Big cartridge. Oh, they got a little squishy, huh? It's just like generic face. I can get him in the mouth. Yeah, if I could sneak attack his mouth with all my bullets, I'm sure it would kill him. Don't push me off the edge. What the fuck? What the fuck are you guys doing? Stop pushing me off the edge. I guess the good thing about the debuff for 8 seconds after having to reload this weapon is it takes longer than 8 seconds to reload the max.
To assist in crafting more ammo if you need it.
Look alive, Commander.
You're gonna make me more ammo, you said, buddy? What'd you say?
Can't get that Andy's Choice jingle out of my head. Hey, if I start humming it, you do what you gotta. Anyway, need something, Commander?
What? Put you out of your misery? Field tinkering. I'd like to take advantage of your engineering skills.
Sure. Always happy to tool around for a bit. What did you have in mind?
Oh, I could just do this in the world. Okay, I think these are short rounds. I don't have enough black powder for them. Damn. Interesting. Oh, it costs 9 rounds. Yeah, it's a little... Oh, because the repeater takes them too. I see. So what takes short? The compact rounds, the light pistols. I don't know what this is sorting by. Seems like 32 is the lowest compact, or the highest compact rounds I could find. 32 times 4, the burst. Yeah, it was a 4-round burst, I would assume. So let me do one of these pistols here. We'll hang on to this. Damn, they've really been breeding everywhere on this island, haven't they? Shock rod, shock grenade. It'd be cool if there was like oil slick in the water along the shore when this crashes. Lots of dead soldiers with a compass.
Once we arrive at the Automech facility, we'll unload and begin cataloging the state of the various Automechs.
Are you recording the drive? Cadet, I do not believe this is what the sergeant intended by documenting the process. Here, allow me to handle it. Now where's the off switch? Boyd, we're being bombed! Disembark! Lose formation to the beach, double time! We can take shelter in the rocks! Praise the Sovereign. We made it. Halt! Everyone quiet. What's that clacking noise?
It's gonna be.
Oh shit! Crabbles! Form defensive perimeter type 14A!
Yeah, it doesn't sound like anywhere in this this world is all that honky-dory, huh? Between corporations and evil brainwashing groups and giant crab people. Well, not people, but you know what I mean. Well, I guess she's kind of crab people. Not giant. Euphoria Coast Automech. Right. I do remember them saying there was an Automech repair. I just never went here. Alright, gentlemen. How do I get in?
Who goes there? By orders of Marshal Donaldson, no one comes or goes to the Automech Repair Center without approval. What's your business here?
Well, what's your business here? Step aside. I'm approved to enter. Euphoria Coast Automech Repair Center repair access pass.
Now you've done it. Slowing down a ranking protectorate official is worth 10, 20 demerits if you're lucky.
All right, let's not lose our heads over a simple misunderstanding. You're free to pass. Marshal Donaldson likes to greet new arrivals personally. We'll let him know you're inbound, so no one shoots on sight. Oh, and fair warning, watch out for xeranium gas. We sprung a leak.
That would explain the toxic cloud billowing overhead.
How observant of you. One more thing. Don't cause any trouble around these parts. Donaldson runs a tight ship and has zero tolerance for lawbreakers.
It is not Fallout related. However, Obsidian, who publishes this, made some, you know, was working on New Vegas. The cloud. Oh, the big cloud of poison over there. That would explain that, wouldn't it? Am I free to take stuff here? No, that's a steal.
Prudence dictates we cherish all we have and defend it.
I like how there's guardrails on entering and exiting the road. Hopefully we don't end up fighting in here, but whoa. That's not good. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. I guess I can't talk to them. I'm gonna guess that that's death down there. But let me save and we'll go check it out. Oh no. There's an alternate entrance. Why is it stealing if I'm not inside their base? Yeah, I guess that's the entrance you take if you don't have the access pass like me. Right, they did do the original Fallout too. Right. It doesn't say steal. I'm supposed to be able to get out of here, up out of here. I don't know. Maybe there is no way to get out of here, if, get into this place if you go this way. I figured this would be your way in for sneakies, but hey, it's me back again. See you in a bit. What else we got here? Big box and nothing. Big thing of rocks. That's an important part of ship repair. The rocks. Interesting. I guess this is a good for sneaking around. You can get up here. Maybe you could even jump up to here somehow. I don't know. Ooh. Yeah, I would say that's a little bit of a leak, huh? Oh yeah, that does some good. That does some good quick damage, huh? Alright. I'm not gonna reload that because I don't want to do that. I keep getting stuck on like little steps. Don't run through it. Another big crater. What were they getting attacked? Damn, so I have to not run around. How was your all Sunday? Mine was pretty quiet. I stayed up way too late last night. So I got up a little late today. I did a little work on the computer. I went and got a sandwich. Chat made me. Took a nap, watched some Factorio videos on YouTube because I really want to play. I'm trying not to play. While I was out, I got some cat litter. Oh, okay, hello. Oh, hello, okay, hello. That looks like a schmuck.
Did the authorities send you? Did my torrent of messages finally convince them of the vast crab-like dangers near at hand? What a relief. In here I thought myself dismissed as a loon.
That's what you do when you don't play a game you like. I just really want to play. Lazy but good. You do a little bit of homework. Organizing your notes. Nice. No one sent me. I'm just passing through.
Good. Then it's not too late for you to turn back. You must have spied those nefarious crabbles, roiling, rippling, bubbling, and churning out in the water. No one at the facility believes me, but I've seen it with my own eyes. Crabble numbers have swelled as they gather to defy us. A consortium, nay, an army.
Egads, you might have a legitimate cause for alarm. Thank you, my friend.
You actually believe me? No, stranger. Thank you. With your confidence and support, I believe the crabble threat can and will be defeated. Remain strong, and together we will outlast the crabble.
Right, thanks for the warning. Yeah, he's too obsessed with crabs.
Outsider?
All that matters is getting these automechs to the Vox relay station.
But Marshal, we must adhere to decontamination procedures.
Vox really don't exist no more, dude.
What in the name of the architect? Oh, right. My guards told me to expect a new arrival, right before our chief mechanist decided to harangue me with the latest on our catastrophe.
Marshal, you're acting as though I'm not standing here auguring the impending doom of this facility.
Woodrow, normally I would be obliged, nay, happy, to receive your senseless jawing, but not today. Perhaps this outsider can assist where you've failed. I hope you've come to help, because a crisis is bearing down on us, and I've a dearth of reliable hands with which to manage it.
Depends on what you need and what I get in return.
You see, Woodrow, why, at this rate, we'll have the facility up and running in little to no time.
That's what scares me, Marshal.
Like you, me and my consternated head technician are new arrivals, though we may not last long if we fail to repair the uranium leak.
Yeah, Black Friday is coming up. I would say make sure you check out sites like Camel, and others that track the prices of goods to make sure you're not buying a 50% off item that's been increased by 75% priced. You know what I mean? There's a lot of that stuff going on, but yeah, I don't know if they do only Amazon or not, but definitely worthwhile. Let's go on P7. My concentrated head technician of new arrivals don't last long if we don't repair the uranium leak. And you want somebody to patch it up, ideally someone disposable.
I wouldn't have put it in those terms, but I appreciate someone who speaks their mind. The Vox relay station needs our automechs. But until that leak is fixed, this facility is a target for the sport of Auntie's armaments. Delphinia Bryant is working on a prototype uranium shield. Whoever uses it will be less disposable and more useful to the Protectorate.
I'll work with them and see. I can't make any promises, but I do like the idea of a shield.
That's the spirit. You've got gumption, nerve, and daring do. Almost reminds me of myself.
Daring do.
Those automechs have been corrupted with uranium. I can't even cogitate on what they're capable of if we lack the time or resources to approach this rationally. Should they go berserk, we may well be turning the very subject you intend to resupply into their victims. We'd be branded as traitors.
Then perhaps you had better explain to Brigadier Montelli why his defenses are grounded.
Oh, he's dead.
And you can do so personally, in the comfort of his office.
Montelli? I rescind my objection. May the delicate workings of the paradigm point us toward a better way.
There's a good fellow. Cleave to your loyalty, and it will never steer you wrong.
I'm still looking for things to add to my Christmas list. I don't know. I was talking to my mom about how, like, sometimes I'm just like, I don't know what to put on my list. Like, if I'm working on a project, it doesn't A, cross my mind, but B, it doesn't help me to, like, push the project to the end of the year so I have things that are, like, cheapish to put on my Christmas list. You get what I'm saying? Like, if I go, I'm gonna pull it up and take a look at it right now. Some of these are things that are left over from last year, and some of these are new things that I added, but let's see. A new rear view mirror. I've been thinking about getting one of those ones that has, like, the camera in it. New batteries for my camera. Steam gift card? Like, okay. A cat tower or two I put on there. And then a bunch of stuff from Adafruit. Some cable connectors, a temperature humidity sensor board. I think this is what, more ESP32s? Stepper motor driver board, and yeah, some ESP32s. I was thinking of maybe considering doing some data monitoring on the temperature and humidity in my apartment. And so I was like, oh, let me grab a few of those. And a little battery buddy for the ESP32s, but you won lip balm in a Christmas sweater contest. Interesting. What was the sweater? But then she was like, they're not opposed to getting like one or two like bigger things instead of a bunch of smaller things. So I was like, all right, let me think about what I have that I want to get. That's that, you know. Oh, and some shoes. I need to get new shoes.
Greetings, potential customer. State your business.
Are you the shopkeep?
This unit was engineered to facilitate management of supply inventory at this installation.
Oh, this is surely exciting. Someone is finally trying out my automechanical quartermaster. Show them what you got, quartermech.
Command not understood.
Huh. I thought that would have put it into sales mode. Best look into that later. Please, give it a try yourself.
Let's see what you have for sale.
All wares should be perfectly visible already.
Sorry, it tends to take things too literally. Maybe try phrasing the request differently.
Lull detected. Conversational status uncomfortable.
Uncomfortable. I wish to peruse what you have for sale.
Request not understood.
It only understands the words I've added to its databanks. You wouldn't believe how many words there are for buying and selling. Guess I missed peruse. Look, for now, just use the phrase initiate commerce. It's what I used during the initial testing.
Initiate commerce.
Initiating commerce.
What do we got? Mag picks. Wait, a welded helmet. Stun baton. Repeating rifle microflex. Can I put a 1.5 and a 2x on the same rifle? Hover drone. Advanced decryption key. I will definitely buy 2 of those. 1,700 bits. The Zerinator. Compact rounds. I don't need anything else that takes compact rounds. It fires depleted Zeranium rounds that causes targets to take progressively more damage from the weapon. Can also fire longer in tactical time dilation. Automechanicals will take no damage and instead will become overcharged, gaining speed and power. Why would I want to give my enemies a boost? I'm curious if I can double magnify.
Being this close to DeVries feels like we're finally on track to set the universe aright. Anyway, need something, Commander? Sure, always happy to tool around for a bit. What did you have in mind?
I go into mods and I go into a holographic repeating rifle. No modifications available. Did I not buy? Yeah. Oh, there's an optic slot. Ah, they thought of everything. Oh, well. Waste money there, but...
Oh, unfamiliar clientele. I was just lamenting the lack of new faces around here since supplies stopped arriving. And then you walk in. Name's Hazel. I'm sort of the acting quartermaster around these parts. You need any supplies? Talk to my friend the quartermech here.
You just put a 2x in front of a 1.5x and get a 6x sight out of it, right? Isn't that how it works? I'd like to take something. I take it something happened to the old quartermaster.
Passed during the attack. Got his face melted clean off by this weird goo. And he was one of the lucky ones. Excuse the mess, by the way. Auntie gave us a pummeling a few weeks back. The old wardens paid the price. Where their courage faltered, a little mental refreshment should do just the trick.
Notice you haven't paid the same price.
When the attack unfolded, I was fixing the automechanicals who laid down their gears in our defense. Our leaders failed to do the same, which makes them more cowardly than an automech. I did my part to uphold the Protectorate. Can they say the same? Now what'll it be?
Talk to you later. Let me sell some of my junk.
Levels are higher than average, but within acceptable ranges. State your business. Initiating commerce.
Initiating commerce.
See you soon, I hope.
What is this room? Why is there a storage room in the bathroom? Their quarters. Bandolier uniform. That's how they run the wire for the light? Oh, that's hilarious. Why would you do that?
Might be wise to give that large gas cloud a wide berth. I don't think there's anything to gain by getting near it.
I don't know why I'm not like Protectorate Public Enemy #1 right now. Right? Wouldn't you think?
Prudence dictates we cherish all we have and defend it.
Outer chassis sealant test number 14 is confirmed a failure. Uranium exposure rate appears to be unaffected. Test model displayed standard overload-induced paralysis, then became atypically aggressive. Forced to terminate test model in self-defense. Apologies, I must concentrate on my work. Maybe one of the others can help you.
What do they even need this liquid uranium for right now? The loader mech is out of order. There's no obvious sign of what could have caused the damage to its frame. Observation 3 to inspect the gouges. On closer inspection, the dents and gouges bear telltale markings of a scrap bot. One of them must have jumped atop the loader mech and its way to the rooftop. Doctor?
What brings you to this fine establishment? Stay true, outsider.
Outsider?
Outsider? Oh. Maybe I best approach her from the front instead.
Oh, a new arrival. Oh, and what's this? You, I dare say, are exhibiting clear signs of zeranium exposure, stranger. Fortunately for you, you appear to have a fairly mild case. I imagine you haven't even noticed any symptoms yet. If you'd indulge me, I have a few questions I'd like to ask, for medical posterity, and so on and so forth.
She reminds me of, what's that movie where the woman pretends to be a nurse? I'm sure that's like 7 different movies, but it reminds me of her, where she's got like the big eyes. She's very intense. Go ahead.
First question. Can you describe the conditions in which you were exposed to the zeranium?
I was attempting to enter the large building on the far side of the facility.
It's a wonder you're still upright. The emanations outside that building are thick enough to be a death sentence. The marshal's at his wit's end about it.
Any advice on how to get inside?
I'd suggest paying a call to our visiting scientist next door. Purportedly, she's devised a device that can block the effects of zeranium gas. All right, next question. How are you feeling? For instance, do your bones seem noticeably softer somehow? Have you observed any sterility on your way in? Or aching in your thyroid or spleen?
I feel reasonably fine, all things considered.
Well, good for you. Keeping a positive attitude can often aid your recovery. I wish more of my patients shared your optimistic disposition. As a token of my appreciation, allow me to provide you advanced Zeranium therapy of the highest possible quality.
Mm-hmm.
There. That should do it. Do stop back in if you suffer additional exposure. I would love, be pleased to act as your consulting physician again, should the need arise.
You mentioned Zeranium. Can you tell me anything about it?
Oh, gladly. I've rather dedicated my life to researching its unique form of matter. What would you like to know?
What exactly is Zeranium?
Zeranium is a crystal. Even in its raw form, it generates energy. But once refined and stored in a quasi-gaseous state, its output increases exponentially. Zeranium is found in a liquid state as well, but it's far too hazardous and inefficient for our needs. Refined Zeranium is used to power nearly all major Protectorate technology. It's an amazingly efficient power source. However, it's also highly unstable and must be mined exceedingly carefully. Even minor bumps or jolts can cause Zeranium crystals to explode.
And how do you mine it? Tell me about its dangers.
Zeranium in its default crystalline state poses two risks. First, it's extremely volatile, exploding with an immense burst of energy if upset in any way. Second, Zeranium crystals produce a small amount of gas, which we think helps stabilize its crystalline lattice, but that's just a theory. In this gaseous state, Zeranium is quite hazardous, breaking down organic matter through a mechanism we still don't quite understand.
How long could someone survive in a cloud of Zeranium gas?
The concentration of the gas is a critical factor. A person could remain in a light haze for several minutes, whereas a dense cloud can kill near instantly. Anyhow, I could talk about this all day if I let myself. Hope I haven't bored you unduly. Was there anything else I could help you with?
How do you keep from getting it?
Total avoidance is
Poisoning.
best, but try to get out of the Zeranium as quickly as you can if exposure becomes necessary. Come to think of it, there may be some exciting new breakthroughs in the near future. Our visiting scientist next door is working on a device that shields the user from Zeranium's effects, though she was having a spot of trouble last I heard.
You have any medical
Don't
supplies
have much
for
to
sale?
spare, but you're free to have a look.
Energy recharge rate, brewed biomass, physician's outfit, Raptidon, venom sac, yep. Advanced decryption key. 20% damage resistance while crashing. That's hilarious. Another trauma kit. I wonder how many inhaler charges I have right now. Does it say 68? No, it's biomass, isn't it? I have 5, it sounds like.
Well, look who it is. Don't have much to...
Now I have 7.
Give me a sec. Almost done with this work list. Another sealant failure, amplifier requisition, and 2 more cases of Zeranium exposure. We're a mite bit busy these days.
You and Marshall don't seem to be on the best of terms.
The Marshal is under a lot of pressure to deliver automechs to the Vox relay station, but I'm responsible for their quality control. If even a single automech steps out of line, it will be the end of me.
So blame the Zeranium gas. Sounds like the damage is already done.
Brigadier Montelli does not accept excuses, and he does not tolerate failure. The Marshal is a good man, but he values speed while I value accuracy. Neither of us is wrong, but in this case, we both can't be right.
Where can I buy some
to see the
supplies?
quartermaster. She's right next to the gate you entered through. Under the Marshal's office, she'll only be able to sell you our surplus, but you might find some of it useful.
See you.
Outsider.
Outsider. Oh, weapon mods galore. Explosive rounds. Repeating rifle charged burst. Can now be charged when firing to shoot multiple shots on a burst. Base damage is reduced, and holding down the trigger modifies the number of shots fired. Triple barrel shotgun charged burst. Weapon now fires a 3-shot burst that inflicts Zeranium on hit, increasing subsequent damage from this weapon. Automechs become more powerful. Plasma barrel. Shock barrel. Machine pistol double barrel. Barrel assembly modification doubles the number of shots fired at the expense of reduced damage and damage type side effects application. Explosive rounds, shock. Shock machine gun biomass converter. Changes damage type to corrosive. 2x magnification. I think I already have magnification on my machine gun. Machine pistol silencer. Weak spot hits mark your target, make them a priority companions. Oh, that's cool. Maybe I'll buy that just to buy it, just to have it. Triple barrel shotgun sawed-off barrel. Enables firing while sliding, mantling or sprinting. Increases recoil, spread, and movement speed while aiming down sights. Tracing unit. Let me buy that too.
Stay true, outsider.
Is there a workbench I can use here? Do I have to talk to what's his name? So I could put the optic sight on that. Triple barrel shotgun, put the tracing unit on that. I don't know which pistol do I have, am I wielding? Is there a way to know? Not really. They already have the tracing unit on it. Light pistol. I guess I should probably sell. I don't know if this is a maximum number. I should get rid of some, but just a light pistol, 32 damage. Let's see. Use workbench mods. Light pistol, 32 damage. All right, let's see. Is that the one in my hand? It is. Okay. All right, a little zoom. This has the marking unit on it now. You can explode the door. Where does that even go? Oh, just over to here. No, it's something in between the two of them. Okay, interesting. Lab notes, experimental log X94. I've managed to consolidate the waveform down to a point where it can be generated by a handheld device, but I need something to project a field using it. One enterprising fellow suggested the catalytic amplifiers used in Dragoon automechs might serve, and the idea has merit. I'll speak with the marshal about it in the morning. Note to self, one of the automechanicals wandered into my lab, picked up a crate of supplies, couldn't decide where to set them down again, and just gave up. Later, I felt the vibration so hard that dust shook down from the ceiling. Must keep an eye on their behavior. Add in like 5 minutes. There's an auto dock. Examine. Dense Zeranium. Concentrated Zeranium is most commonly found in industrial settings, regulated, and in the aftermath of a war zone, a warfare, hazardous. Protective equipment is required for closer inspection. However, the protective equipment is still hypothetical and pending invention. ETA unknown. Yeah, alright. It's fucking required, but it's hypothetical. Ambient Zeranium. Note, Zeranium in its natural state is less concentrated and seemingly less hazardous. Long-term effects on automechanical circuitry and living tissues are inconclusive. Use of shield device is recommended.
Yes? Normally I'd be too busy to bother with random unforeseen visitors, but I find myself with some time on my hands after the recent completion of my latest invention. Go on then. Speak freely.
Who does this remind me of? What does the invention of yours do exactly?
Oh, it's really quite fascinating. It projects a field that protects the user from all manner of dangers. Kinetic force, electricity, thermal spikes, you name it. The technicians here used it to shield themselves from the Zeranium gas that was barring entrance to this facility's primary repair structure. A job well done, if I do say so myself.
Don't suppose you have one handy.
Well, I do still have my initial prototype lying around, but it's highly unusual to share confidential protectorate technology with just anyone. That being said, I'd be willing to lend the prototype to a supporter who generously invested in furthering my research for a reasonable contribution.
1,250 bits. Damn, I have 13,000.
Oh, how entirely novel. The exchange of goods or services for currency. Well then, here it is, your prototype. I assure you it will be worth every bit. Did you need anything else?
Goodbye.
Until a more convenient date and time.
Now, what do I do with it? I don't even know where it is. All right, the fucking rip-off hat. Is it like an upgrade?
Still loitering about? I have errands that need running. Put those idle hands to some productive use. Until a more convenient date and time.
I didn't see what the name of the item was. Now I'm like, what do I do? The gas energy deflection apparatus is a gadget that grants you temporary shield protecting you from damage such as uranium. Activating the gadget applies the shield. Oh. Well, it did shield me somewhat. They just run through it. They don't care.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, Ed's running. Fuck. Definitely an enemy in that room. What enemy? I don't know. Malfunction wasp.
Let me know when you need an stretch.
Warning, harmful levels of uranium gas detected in the control room. Flow control systems have been locked until the situation has been addressed. Attempt to vent the gas now. Seal the room and vent gas. Gas venting successful. Flow control systems access unlocked. Allow access flow control system. Warning. Flow irregularities indicate possible presence of multiple gas leaks. Evacuate personnel immediately. Check system status. Okay, so I can do a something. Not sure exactly what. There's 2 auto docks in here. Right, they're malfunctioning from the uranium. That makes sense. Engineering 4. Did they get in there? Damn. Why is there a marker for a human out on the other side of this wall? I like how some things are free game, like that, the grenade in this box, but the vodka over there was not. Oh, I guess I could have just taken the elevator up. Yeah. Or not, this is the safe one. Override denied. Structural ruptures detected. Hacking this?
I see the way back in through here. Just need to find a way around this mess.
Oh, it's still venting over there. Oh, it's still venting over there. Still venting over here. Alright, well. Where were you guys? Oh, I just stole. Oops. Hello. Listen, sometimes you just gotta borrow a little bit, right? Another auto dock. A vendor. He died standing up. Where does this go? Oh, back out. Okay, not ready for that yet. Don't go down, I'm going up. I guess they don't want you to jump from over here to over here, do they? It is even possible to. What do we got? Shock grenade recipe, bypass shunts, recipe biomass, shock rod, picks, compact rounds. Spending a lot of money over here. Oh, wait, I want the short rounds, didn't I? Fuck. Alright. I guess I just need to go talk to that computer I didn't talk to. About venting. Talk to the computer, yeah, you can just fucking... Alright, I guess maybe that's there so that in case you don't get the boots. It'd be nice to be able to open that, but I don't have enough... Why am I in the VTuber category? I'm not, but thank you. I'm in the GTuber for GamerTuber.
A little woozy there, Commander.
Commencing uranium flow shutdown. Shutdown complete. Oops. You're in the I don't need to hide behind the anime girl category? Yes.
First the attack, then there's uranium. At this rate, we're never getting caught up.
I don't know. VTubing is not for me. I understand not wanting to show your face and wanting some sort of avatar or whatever.
Outsider?
Cool. That's just not for me.
I'm glad that spectacle didn't scare you off. Between the recent attacks and the gas leak, you find us on the razor's edge between reason and panic. Whether or not you're able to help us, I'm grateful to have an extra set of eyes on the problem. Uranium is hardly my area of expertise, but it falls to me to find a solution, lest I follow my predecessors to their untimely fate.
I don't see you strapping on the experimental uranium shield.
You cut straight to the point. This facility has been through many a trial and tribulation, but the war is not finished with us yet. What it needs is stable, consistent leadership, and I can't be that if I'm dead of uranium poisoning.
Your leak's fixed.
At last, the tide is shifting. Today, we fix our automechanicals. Tomorrow, we push the unprincipled interlopers of Auntie's choice into the sea. You've done us a great service, stranger, and I would see your efforts rewarded. Alas, we don't have much to offer since our supplies are so low.
I wonder if there's a way to make
I
it
hope
worse.
These bits will suffice.
I didn't see
We
any way of doing
confiscated
that.
them from the corpses of the scouts who attempted to infiltrate this facility a few weeks back. It carries the invaders' taint, but it should spend just the same.
1,000 bit cartridges. Requires engineering 3, damn.
The
Alright,
pleasure was mine. The Automex we sent out will be a great asset to the Vox relay station. Now I can show our chief mechanist that he was wrong, and a little uranium poisoning won't do those Automex any harm.
I don't know, especially the ones that are like, it's a guy, but they've got the anime, and it's like, hey guys, what's going on? And you know, I got the fucking jiggle physics going everywhere. Marshall, your evidence shows that exposure to uranium gas causes near-permanent corruption of the targeting and behavioral subroutines of automechs. Even if we could access the repair hangar, we shouldn't be sending these automechs to the Vox relay station. I know you have your orders from Montelli that he wants results, but what happens to us when our automechs turn on him? We should discuss this in person, Woodrow. Can I access his computer? I guess so. Messages. Automechanical delivery. From Corbin to Marshall Donaldson. Corbin's the guy who we saw who was trying to help. Montelli's asking again about those military-grade automechanicals you promised, and I'm running out of excuses to give him for the delay. You were entrusted with this facility after your predecessors failed to defend it. It distresses me to imagine a loyal soldier such as yourself suffering their fate. Any update you could provide concerning their estimated delivery would be most appreciated, sooner rather than later, I hope. Or more may be punished as a result of Brigadier General's vexed disposition, yourself included. In faithful service to the Protectorate, Marshal Corbin. Another request from Delphinia. Dr. Bryan has asked me to extract the catalytic amplifiers from our only functional Dragoon. I know you ordered us to give her our full support, but I have reservations about dismantling a working automech. I've denied her request until further notice. To Montelli. When this damnable war is over, I humbly recommend that head mechanist Woodrow Cantos be acknowledged and promoted as a steadfast member of the Protectorate. We may not always see eye to eye, but he's a true asset to the paradigm, and I'm grateful to have him on our side. He would stop at nothing to guarantee victory. Interesting. Turn to root logs. My formative years. There's very little to tell. I was selected to be a warden and attended military academy. Those days were idyllic. Drilling, marching, maintaining equipment, good times. By the grace of the sovereign, I was then separated into the officer training track. Leadership came naturally, but I soon discovered my true passion. Officers are given access to the writings of previously high-ranked wardens, and to this day, I continue to bask in these treasures that have been handed down through time. On the Euphoria Coast Arc. This fine repair center is the heart of the Vox's automated security, a valuable asset and a valuable target. Sadly, the original stewards failed to defend the facility from enemy bombardment. They were consigned to execution and mental refreshment. Now the Ark is my charge, my burden, my inheritance, and failure is not an option. We're small, but we're scrappy. Wartime strategy dictates that our major assets be secured before expending resources on retaking minor sites. Our enduring presence here indicates that the tide is turning in our favor. Choice quotes from previous wardens. While I'm not at liberty to disseminate the full teachings to those of a lesser station, I do try to expose others to particularly powerful fragments when and where I can. I know the pearls I cast often end up in the mud, but I feel I'd be remiss not to shine the light of knowledge on the unlearned. I count the following among the most inspirational. Loyalty is life. Life is service. Words to live by in these dark times. Trust in the paradigm, but check your supplies. More than one officer has not lived to regret failing to follow that advice. The true have nothing to hide. The false have nothing to show. A reminder that we are each responsible for the other. I know your worth and find yourself lacking. A phrase which applies to all loyal subjects regardless of their station. Steve. I guess he doesn't care that we just read his personal computer. I don't know. I wonder if now that I stop the flow. No, it's still a war zone out here. Okay. I was gonna say maybe I could go over there and like harvest the stuff now, and that's the right way to do it. But I guess no, there's no real right way to do it. This was the area where it said it was trying to get onto the roof and it damaged the other bot. Automech replacement parts. Oh, is that what the guys are looking for at the other location? Maybe. Pancakes, pancakes. Right? Yeah. Yep. So the idea is that you would find your way up there. I don't know how they expect you to get up there initially, but I guess onto this maybe. And then onto here. Yeah, and then you follow it up. And you get the auto mechanical repair parts. That you could then give to... I think there's actually several people who might be looking for some, so maybe there's multiple places to use it. Alright, I think that might be all there is to do here, really, that I can do right now, anyway. There's some stuff that needed a higher hacking level and all that. I meant to use the auto dock. Shit, hang on a second. I don't know if you can use them more than once. I think it depends on which one it is and maybe the time that goes by. I don't know. Let me just use one to get rid of my poisoning. That does remove some of your max health, I believe. It also means you go into crash out mode faster, or whatever they call it. I don't know what's in here. Oh, I do have lockpick 3. Let's see if they get upset if I unlock it. Come on, I'm trying to steal. Steel defensive plates. Steel plated trooper plate carrier. Alright, just a little bonus. Maybe likely not quite worth using, but or well, no, all it did was cost me some of the hacking things. Here's an auto dock in the lab here. Oh, I still don't like that. All right. There's a little house over here we can check out. I don't think we quite explored this either. But let's check this out. Well, I jumped extra high, so I got hurt. Did I not buy those 500 rounds of ammo? Could have sworn I did.
Ready to waste them. On your command.
You shot the fucking tree, you moron. Finished combat in time for me to use the food heal. That lower max health really means I'm a glass cannon in some ways. Beard hair tuber. Oh, I don't like that. The automech appears to have suffered grievous injury at the claws and pincers of Crabbles. A small engraving on the armor reads, "Property of Euphoria Coast Auto Mechanical Repair Center. Strip the automech for parts. You'll receive an intact catalytic amplifier from the innards of the automech." I wonder if I bring that to her, if I could have gotten the shield for free, maybe? Oh, well. That's 1,000 bits. Body found. Body found? The crab found a body? It's just big walls. That is not where I wanted to go, though. I want to go around. I don't know if it's possible to go around this way. I'm gonna say no. I wonder if that's death. No. That would be funny. I've been jumping over all these little puddles here. It does feel like I could go up this way, though, doesn't it? No. 100% there's an invisible wall there. Totally feels like it. You think an anime girl with Gears voice would be cute? That's not the type of content I usually develop and give to the world. They sprats. What? What is that? The grass is too tall for me to even see what it is. It had a little skull on it, though. That usually means that it's death for me if I try and fight it. Yeah. Is that a bug? Are they actually deadly? I don't drop any items. It's gonna be after you complete the IRL mini golf challenge. Yeah, that's still on the list. Hey, buddy. Goodbye. Didn't have time to scream. I just killed him. Wow, this is all wall here. Okay, I guess we're going over this way anyway. Zat and I have discussed it a few times about when we can do that. It's not something we've forgotten. Don't worry about that. But when we can do it is always a tough one. Because, A, when are we... travel up here? When are we ever that close to be able to do it? And B, we got to find a place that we can either stream from covertly or ask to get permission to stream at a location. Also tough to do. Also, one of the places by me that I was like, oh, this would be a good place. It was like a little bit out of the way. You know, it didn't seem like it was that populated last time I went. Auntie's Choice Biomass Weapon Workbench. It appears that someone gave up halfway through a project. They have all the ingredients and several parts needed to easily create several biomass grenades. Using the parts available, you take the work to its logical conclusion, creating a batch of biomass grenades. That I get to keep? No, I just made them grenades, I guess. The place I was thinking would be a good place to go, like, shut down. Like, they last time I went past, they were gated up.
Think about the damage those crabbles are gonna do to my machines.
They're crabbles. They ain't gonna do nothing to your precious terminal. Only thing they're a danger to was us.
Yeah, you may have the right of it. I just ain't certain.
No, I'm not sure if that's correct, P7. On a tangent, nice. What are you doing, buddy?
This stretch runs between Fairfield and the Eastern Forward Operating Base. North of here is an old abandoned chapel. Dang, I ought to be charging for information.
Right, this training facility in here. Last time I was going to go in and it was like, oh, you might not want to do that, buddy. I think places would be open to it if we approach them the right way. I don't think I would like show up and be like, let me stream. But you know, if I get the contact of a manager or somebody and be like, you know, we're looking to do this. How can we set this up?
Ain't just the Dragoon to worry about. Those turrets will also put the hurt on us if we get too close.
This is a place I didn't explore at all. I'm in the tall grass, they can't see me. which is hilarious because it's tall grass isn't like the tiniest bit of tall grass.
Hey, check out that wall panel.
Shut up.
The turrets outside.
Engineering 3. Nope. Almost leveling up. I'm guessing that's gonna be locked. Sealed. Oh, cool. That one is sealed as well. Is there just this one guy here?
Hostiles.
That nobody else heard that. Grenade bandolier. I don't know what that does. No passing notes. Remember, an Arbiter is respectful and attentive to the Protectorate. And Arbiter Nebs is the Protectorate embodied. Besides, he appears to be doing his best, and the best at all times is expected of an Arbiter. +1 gadget energy meter max. Oh, cool.
Not to worry.
You can always craft us more.
You guys are fucking dumb.
The sovereign provides, the system abides.
Why is this building just locked? It's just sealed. How do I open it?
It is the duty of every Protectorate subject to ensure they are operating at peak efficiency at all times.
Time to earn my commission. Hello, Commander. Medic orders.
Ready to take the heat off you, Commander. Just say when.
Were they just sitting in here? Alone? What? I should have taken that lull in combat to heal. Oops. Yeah, buddy.
We ought to get the crafting some.
I'll have the lockpick skill to use that. Even if I level up, I won't. Presiding Arbiter none. Ranking Officer. Practice Target Replacement Technician Nebs. What's the matter, Bert? Why are you on my lap? Message to new recruits. Initiate training. Begin. Welcome, future Arbiter. You represent the judge, jury, and executioner of Protectorate law. Your training began the moment you were born under the Sovereign's banner. Your training continues here. Select Continue to continue training. Continue. Initiate training continued. The Protectorate relies on an Arbiter's lawful impulses and unblemished record of loyalty to carry our sacred traditions with pride. An Arbiter can do no wrong because their actions define righteousness. Select Continue to continue training. Continue. Initiate training continued. An Arbiter is both a part of the Protectorate and the Protectorate embodied. Within themselves, they carry the totality of law, order, and discipline. Loyalty is absolute. Even if an Arbiter suspects they have betrayed the Protectorate, they are mistaken. Select Continue to continue training. Initiate training continued. Oh, complete. This concludes the first of many automated training sessions. Meditate on this lesson and remember the words of Arbiter Vigil Montag. An Arbiter is an armored unit of measurement, the rod by which loyalty is judged. Return to root. Personal logs. Welcome. Practice Target Replacement Technician Nebs. What are you doing? He shoved his head into my like elbow pit. I'm sure it has a more elegant name, and it's just like crouching here on my lap. What are you doing? What are you doing? Just lay down, buddy. You don't have to do that. Come here. Come here. Give me your feetsies like that, right there. Good. Yeah, brush against the microphone. Get hair all over it. Alone. The Arbiters were called off to war, and only new recruits remain. New recruits and myself. I may not be an Arbiter, but why should that stop me from educating them like one? If I make them Arbiters, what does that make me? I'll show them what it takes. What would an Arbiter do? They say the Supreme Arbiter has fallen. We feel more isolated than ever. My training has helped, I believe. Every lesson gives the recruits hope, something to work towards. What would the great Arbiter Tristan do, were our roles reversed? Would he continue this charade of training? I suppose it's only a charade if it fails. I like to imagine myself as Tristan's pupil, the protege to the protege of the Supreme Arbiter. After all, every teacher needs a teacher. Promotions. I have been observing the recruits. Their collective conduct has been so superb, I'll likely request they all be promoted once command accepts me as an Arbiter, which will no doubt happen any day. I'm pleased, nay, proud, that my training practices have been so effective. Okay. correspondence. 2 Arbiter training facilities subject to the present debacle. To the trainees of Arbiter Training Facility, the invader's grim path has forced our hand. Your Arbiter instructors have been redeployed to protect the Sovereign's land. Stand by and guard the outpost. The facility's entrenched position should make this task rudimentary even for your reduced experience. Consider your training indefinitely postponed. Further orders shall arrive later. Keep the Sovereign in your hearts. Should be a trivial task. And then I walk in here and just fucking uproot everything. Secretly little gremlins. Yeah, I don't know what he's doing. He's just chilling. He wants to fall asleep, but I'm holding him in my arm right now. Like, my arm is under his body. I know you can't see it. You just barely see his little earsies. But actually, can you? No, you really can't. You can see his paw up here. But I can't play the game like this, so I don't know what we're gonna do in a minute here. 2 Arbiter Training Facilities. Subject our new foes. To the trainees of the Arbiter Training Facility. As if our worst nightmares, corporatist enemies from beyond Arcadia have descended to our peaceful planet. They shall not prevail. We shall defeat them together. Oh. No, you're gonna fall. You're gonna fall if you lay down here. He's just knocking shit off my desk. Please, buddy. I can't even, like, take a picture of how he's sitting. There you go. Lay down. Remember, Nebs, you're not an Arbiter. An Arbiter is a one-person army, a battleship in the form of a man, the living law of the Protectorate. But you're just doing your best. Remain modest, remain steadfast, and the Protectorate will reward your dedication. And at the appointed time, not a moment sooner. Remember, Nebs, this is not your helmet, it's your mask. Designator revolver. I think it's the same type I have with the tracing unit. Shame I don't have lockpick 5. Again, I don't think I can level up to lockpick 5 right now. Because of my my flaws won't allow me to go more than the highest level. Yeah, they were all just like in their own individual like little areas. Graduate's Journal. I do not know how long an Arbiter remains in training, but our instructors never return from the war, and we've been here for many years. Arbiter Nebs is our compass, our guiding light, our sole reference for what it means to be an Arbiter, and he has ordered us to leave. We are the next generation of Protectorate lawbringers, and he said, and there was nothing more he could teach us. Of course, we figured out the truth long ago, that he is no true Arbiter, but a mere technician. We said nothing because he worked so hard to be an Arbiter for our sakes. When the war is over, we'll band together and recommend his ascension. I only hope he lives long enough to join us at the Sovereign's side. Oops, well. Nope, I killed him. I was gonna say, I could get engineering free to hack that, but nope. Don't need it anymore, I guess. I suppose you can make them turn on their buddies. Oh, target practice. Letter to home. Our training to become fully fledged Arbiters continues apace. The facility is well hidden and well guarded. Arbiter Nebs tells us that certain lessons must be absorbed in isolation, even from the Protectorate we love, and so we remain exiled behind these walls and insulated from the war. Arbiter Nebs is the sole custodian of this facility, his peers having been dispatched to the front lines, so there are plenty of time for target practice between lectures and drills. He seems especially passionate about maintaining the firing range and replacing worn-out targets. I know not why. Arbiters are certainly a fastidious lot. Go on, Haley. What, I've been streaming for an hour and 41 minutes. Yeah, in like 20 minutes, I'm gonna take a break. Bert, get down. How are you doing, Hilly? All right, the real question is there an ammo stash somewhere I can raid? Here for the cat cam? No, the cat is all over me today. Very needy. Oh, that's where that opens up to. Okay. Oh, okay. Well. All right. Well, I like how they just have the skill points available over the screen the whole time. It's very nice of them. Oh. There's even a cave, a lit cave, nonetheless. Didn't even see that. Why would they light up a cave to show you how to sneak in? I don't know, but... There was still a building over here, right? Yeah. Here. I'll just stick to the wall. I'll follow the coast when we get there. There's totally an invisible wall here. Ah, for fuck's sake. I wouldn't have died if there wasn't an invisible wall. Bert, what are you doing? Huh? You got Ernie moving around too. Where? Oh, all the way back here? Save that level up. I keep leveling up and then finding out I'm like one level away from doing what I want. However, that trait that I have, the whatever it is, that where I can't go on to higher levels without leveling up everything else, makes it a little tough to level up when I need to. Someone's trying to make a raft or something. Can't quite tell.
This whole capitalism thing isn't so dreadful after all. They even allowed me a choice between fishing and sanitary engineering. That's far more
Also, brace yourself for this. Can you believe we receive pay, that is to say, monetary remuneration for our work?
What a novel concept. And we receive 2 rest days a year, which are also paid? We'll be compensated for doing literally nothing? I believe it's called a vacation.
I know, so exciting. And next week, we're to be receiving an audit. Truthfully, I haven't the faintest inkling what an audit is, but it sure sounds exciting. Or possibly delicious.
Oh boy.
Here to do some fishing? 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 Here to do some fishing?
Everybody else who can interrupt, so they keep going like here, here, here. Not them, I guess.
Hello, 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 hello. You must be a new, co-worker. No, my mistake. You're obviously just passing through.
She's very disillusioned of what it means to work. Pre-sliced bread? Hang on a second. Maybe this world ain't so bad after all.
As it is conscientious, how would your neighbor feel if they knew you weren't eating a balanced diet? Why, just ask everyone's neighbor.
This unit is currently unavailable for meaningless interaction.
Research in an even wider array of
For meaningless interaction.
patience fruit, summer duty melon surprise, Arcadian delight.
And now you get a lesson on what theft is. Well, I mean, that's up to them to make sure their numbers are correct, not up to me. They just ran underwater? Oh, 100% it did. Cool. Didn't realize they were like that. Listen, that's their audit, not mine. Which reminds me, oh my god. So when I was in college, right, they had this little like on-campus store you could spend your dining dollars on, whatever. And I used to get a bottle of cranberry juice and a bottle of apple juice, and I would mix them, and then, you know, I'd drink it over the course of a day or two, and I'd, you know, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And so I went to go buy one bottle of each when I was there, and someone was restocking, right? And so they had all the stuff on their cart, and they're restocking the shelf, right? And I grabbed the apple juice out of the fridge, excuse me. And then on the cart was a bottle of the cranberry juice, and they were blocking the fridge for it. And I was like, "Oh, sorry, do you mind?" And I went to go grab one out of the cart, and they fucking went off on me. And I was like, "What the fuck? You're putting it in the fridge. What's the difference?" Oh my god, I was so like, I was not like mad, but I was like, what the hell's going on? Why are you freaking out about this? They were literally gonna put them in the fridge. What's the difference? It wasn't like I was taking it to walk out. I still had to go past the register and pay for it. It was like, what the hell, dude? What possible reason could you have for me not to take it off the cart if it's going right in the fridge that you're blocking?
Don't believe the rumors. Our rates of sepsis are lower than anywhere else on Eden.
I must ask you to hold still.
Can't get over how much I'm paid for each patient. And yet things I once had provided freely command exorbitant prices. It all feels rather uncaring, like some strange impersonal game.
I don't know, I think they're just fucking
one's personal
we're in the
funds
mood
do
or something.
deplete quite quickly.
What are you finding most expensive?
Well, to be honest, food. Most Auntie's Choice comestibles are so loaded with sugars and sweeteners, they seem like dessert. I estimate that's not ideal for one's constitution. If you find a line on any Protectorate foodstuffs, please let me know. I do miss our Arcadian tenderloin in particular. It's an oddly forlorn feeling when all of a sudden, no one's watching over you.
He looks fine until I looked at him, then he's like, oh, my head.
Take this admonishment with all the professional affection a physician can legally administer. In future, you might consider moving away from bullets instead of into them.
But without my leg, how am I going to climb the ranks?
Literally, probably not very dexterously. Metaphorically, well, that depends on your own initiative, doesn't it?
You fetch the restraints, I'll grab the bone saw.
Don't be obscene. I have on hand a perfectly adequate tranquilizer to manage any flailing.
Say, how sore are my pockets gonna be after all this, Doc? Don't suppose there's a discount for only taking a portion of the leg?
I'm not running a charity. If you desire full treatment, you'll pay full cost. If that's a problem, seek compensation from your commanding officer.
I could help cover some of the cost.
A kind, if naive offer. Unless you have thousands of bits to burn, any amount you could provide would be a drop in the tank at best. My services do not come cheaply.
This is a mighty big decision, Doc. Can I have a moment to noodle on it?
I don't encourage delays, but very well. It'll take a few minutes for me to warm up the saw anyway.
I don't suppose I could borrow that bone saw.
Sweet merciful law, as if I haven't enough to contend with than some would-be resurrectionist coming around. What's next, a giant station falling out of the sky to crush us all?
No, I stopped that.
In case it isn't apparent, I'm having what might be called a day. A whole platoon of soldiers decided to get themselves all shot up defending the forward operating base. And then there's Erickson. Something happened with a drone, I don't know. You'd be better off speaking with him about it.
I spoke with Erickson. He indicated he could use some help. Ad's starting in about a minute.
Oh, good lad. But he's mistaken. It's not more hands I need, but resources. Short of you skipping back in time and ordering the coagulant I need, I doubt anything can be done to accelerate the timetable for treating these soldiers.
Requires medical, yeah. Can't make the coagulant yourself? There's a chem set right there.
I am a doctor, not a magician. I cannot manufacture coagulant from the aether, neither do I possess the special training to improvise with what supplies I have on hand. Now, was there anything else?
Talk later. All right. I am going to take a break. Let the ad run. I'll be back in a minute, and we'll continue.